Welcome to Bottom Line Sports Talk. I'm George Abram. You know my partner, Albert Campman. Albert, adding lacrosse, nothing new. It's everywhere. It's probably as fast growing of sport as any that we've seen in a long time. I know for the little schools, it means enrollment. Place like YSU, I think you're just keeping up with the Joneses.
Good point. And YSU is going to start playing women's lacrosse in the spring of 2021. And jumping ahead and getting ready for that, they hired Teresa Walton, assistant coach at Virginia Commonwealth. As George said, lacrosse, an up-and-coming sport. YSU had to jump in the fray because everybody is jumping in the fray. She's from Syracuse, New York. She's been coaching for a long time. She's excited about coming to YSU. George, when you look at all the sports we talk about on the show all the time, football, basketball, baseball, very seldom do we hit lacrosse. Now we're going to be hitting it big time in 2021 because it's becoming part of their program.
It's really only 1 year. I mean, this next spring's 20. So, yeah, and as you said, you know, it's everywhere. I think originally the Delaware, Maryland, Virginia area down there was big. I remember reading how many thousand people were at a lacrosse match. I'm like, oh, boy. Mm-hmm. Now you look around, it's everywhere. All the schools, Western PA, Eastern Ohio, they're playing it. The bigger schools have had it for years. The little schools, the Westminsters, the Teals, they're actually adding it to get 40 more students.
Yes, they are.
So there's a method to their madness.
Yeah, those beds have to be filled up, as George likes to say it, and sports is the avenue to get that done. I will say this, and I've talked to parents who have played both hockey in the winter and lacrosse in the spring. It's expensive. You know, it's not for families that don't have much money. The equipment is expensive for both sports, so it is going to hit the suburbans, the families. It is going to hit the families, the schools that have the moolah to play it in the high school. It'll be interesting to see how YSU recruits this. It's going to be because recruiting is the name of the game in college sports. I'm figuring that Teresa Walton has done it big time recruiting wise, and she'll know where to hit in the recruiting areas.
Oh yeah, you know, if you were named a basketball coach, you'd know tomorrow where the players are.
Right.
You know, you may not get them.
And she does, and she'll do that for lacrosse.
Oh, yeah.
We like to have her. Maybe we'll get her on the show and talk about it and say, Teresa, recruiting. Tell us where you're going to go get the players at, and we'll talk to Greg, our producer, and try to get her on here.
We get those lacrosse scores in our Pennsylvania show, and you know. 17-4.
Yes.
It seems like there are haves and have-nots.
Yeah, there is.
And I noticed it doesn't go by school site because I'm looking one day and I texted this guy at the Erie Times. It was like Swickley Academy was playing like McDowell. And I'm like, what's going on with that? But it went by skill or how long you had it or whatever.
Right. Not by size of schools.
No, well, it wasn't then. It would be eventually.
Okay.
But in the beginning, you know, some schools had it 20 years and some schools just starting. That's not going to be much of a match.
No. Let's look at local little league action. In the summer times, we try to hit these little places because there's a lot of things going on in the pro ranks. Boardman defeats Canfield 4-0 to move on to the Little League State Tournament. Boardman's first game will be July 21st. Mason Naraki hit a walk-off. And, you know, about 35 years from now, George, he'll be telling his friends he hit it 350 feet. But that is a great feeling to be able to move on and play. When he saw that ball go over the fence, he said, amazing. So congratulations to Mason and his team as Boardman moves on in Little League.
Play July 21, to get 8-9 days to get everything shaped
up. Good practice time.
I remember doing a lot of practice for those All-Star games, now that you say it, because so many guys are playing out of position.
Right.
Like I was okay for my team, but I wasn't a good enough infielder to play infield in the All-Stars. I had to play in the outfield.
Yeah, a lot of kids, a lot of the best hitters. A lot of the best hitters end up going from infield to outfield.
Yeah, they so many shortstops.
They want to keep the bats.
And they're all shortstops.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're all pitchers and shortstops. But yeah, I remember that quite a lot of hours of practice in that All-Star because guys were at different positions.
Yes, and George makes a great point there that All-Stars is way different than the rec league. No. You have to be able to catch the ball at all 9 positions.
No, nobody in left fielder, right? Yes. You can put, you know, but that's why I talk about Major League like that. We're going to talk about MLB here in a minute. And I say that, like, These guys, they're at the 5th grade games. I would never do that in a million years. But I also think the antithesis is true. When they're making $1 million, we have every right to expect them to run to first base.
Oh, that's my number one.
Hit the cutoff man, things like that. And they drive, like I'm watching last night, the Red Sox, again, I just saw last week, a guy got picked off of third on a fly ball to left field. They have that quirky left field.
Yes.
But last night, on second with no one out, ground ball to shortstop.
Bradley, I saw it.
No, Al, that's the game. You get in second, you could have got 3 chances to score.
Right.
That's an analytics dream.
And they would have scored.
What's this jackass do? The ball's in front of him, though. That's not behind him. He runs to third. I touched him out by, 8, 9 feet?
Oh, no, it wasn't even close. But I do. George hit my, when I go to games, and I go to a lot of games, my only time that I will say something out loud is when a major leaguer does not run the first base or hits the ball to the wall and doesn't run full speed.
Single.
4 bats.
Yeah.
4 bats to run full speed.
Yeah, that's all.
And they won't do it, 2 of them.
Not 400.
And that really bothers me.
Mets benched one of their guys the other day.
You have to do it. What can I say? There's nothing you can do these days like in the old days. Just sit the guy down and beat him up. They used to beat him up. No, they used to beat him up. You don't do that today. But George, on our radio show, we constantly tell him, Joe DiMaggio, they ask him, why do you run
go hard, Joe?
Tell him, George, what he said.
Joe, what do you, he goes, there might be somebody here seeing me play for the first time.
Yes.
So I'm going
and they expect to see me run full speed.
But you shouldn't even have to say it. Like, listen.
First of all, my dad would have killed me. Wait a minute.
Yeah,
I know you like here today.
You'd have to walk
Let's
home.
Talk to him and put him in the corner and say, honey, why didn't you run the first base?
No.
No, I'd have got slaughtered when I got home. And I'm okay today. Did I turn out okay, George? You turned out okay too?
Fine. They said the other day they showed this video on Twitter. I sent it out to about a minute because everyone had the same reaction I did. I said, if I ever played poorly and that was all I got, I'd have been. The guy says, son, you're wasting your time out there. And now you're. They thought he was being so mean. They said, please watch this and don't be like. And I sent it out to a bunch of my buddies, and they all said the same thing. The one kid from Altoona said, Coach, he said, I walked from Belle Meade back to Bishop Guilfoyle. He said,
there's miles, not just.
No! And I wouldn't have wanted to get in the car if I took strike 3. You better swing at it.
I get it, but it was just what they don't understand tough love.
No,
they think love means putting an arm around them.
And their manager too.
And that's why we couldn't coach today.
No, we had 5 minutes.
Somebody be texting
my buddy
so
said
fast.
My
Cameron
buddy,
and Abraham, you can't believe they hollered this kid for 10 minutes.
That one guy, my buddy was. He said, I might as well put cones out there. One of them told their mother. I'm going to told them what?
No.
It's
so frustrating.
And really, you're not helping. They're going to get knocked down, your kids. Let's say it right now. They're going to get knocked down.
Somewhere along the line.
And they better be able to dust themselves off and get back up. Yes. I don't care. They're not getting every job.
They can't call mommy on the phone.
They're not getting every promotion.
They're 36 years old, mommy.
No.
I didn't get that job you told me I was going to get.
No. The class is full. You have to take another professor.
Yes.
It happens every day.
Oh, please. My.
All right. Back to the big boys. Oh, I said big boys and Pirates. Let me separate.
No, they've had a good year. They're having a good 3 days.
They go to Chicago. People are acting like it's the Titanic. I mean, it's not the greatest. I'd have liked to won one. But the bottom line is they just have to turn around. But once again, it's been a theme. We were always worrying, can they get the bullpen straightened out?
No, I wasn't. I was always starting pitching. Never did I say that.
Awful.
I've always said they don't have enough starting pitching.
Enough.
Enough. When you lose your players, that's what happens. And there's nothing they can do.
And you know what, we talk about this too. There are a lot of lousy guys out there. Like yesterday, Homer Bailey, Oakland.
It's like who they have.
I would ask you, because yesterday I looked and I noticed they traded him right before the game because Kansas City, he was scheduled to pitch, and they got beat. But my thought to you was, I know what his ERA, 4 points, average at best, below average. Do they have guys like that, or are their guys even worse than him?
Oh, their guys are worse than Homer Baylor.
That's right.
Oh, no, Homer Bailey's better than the
in other words, he would have been they only had to pay $250,000.
That's
why I was asking.
He's an upgrade for them.
Okay.
But they're not going to win it. So that's what I keep saying. Why would you give up 2 good prospects for Homer Bailey when you aren't
But
winning
you're saying
anyway.
the time comes when they can win, then you're all in.
No, get 7 players.
Yeah, if we
you
can
look at
get
this Pirate team right now, you're thinking they're winning the pennant. Is there a thought in your mind?
no, especially the pitch.
But they're not hitting. I mean,
My
they're against great pitching. They don't hit either. I'm just saying.
Well, we saw in the All-Star game about
it's not
pitching.
it's not a team that you think is going to win the pennant. So why would you give up your best prospects?
And that's what they'll want. They'll try to hold your hostage.
No, that's what they got from Oakland. They got Oakland's 17th best prospect. They got it. You know, that's Oakland thinks they can get and do something serious.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Homer Bailey goes and becomes their 4th pitcher.
And they play Houston 12 more times.
know, so-
Pitching, we talked about it. Now they go to St. Louis. Can they get right there? They're not hitting either.
No, well, you never know. It's baseball's every day. If I knew that, I'd be rich. Baseball's a different day, different series. I have no idea. They could get swept again. I don't know what's going to happen. But
Now, if they get
but
swept
Chicago
there-
will get swept again this week
Okay.
with somebody.
Well, no one's on the road's worth a darn in that league.
And that's the other
In
thing.
that division, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Chicago's playing home.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
wait till
right.
they go on the road. They're 16, 13 games under 500 or something
they're
on the
awesome.
road.
No, they're awesome.
So, George, that's a great point. Pirate fans right now are jumping off the bridge, and I'm saying Chicago could go get swept this, and all of a sudden they're right back where they started 6 days ago. I have no idea
Yeah,
what's
the
going to happen.
Phillies coming
All
in
I
the
do know for
weekend.
sure is they're not a
championship team.
No.
Now, Cleveland gets 1 out of 3 from Minnesota.
And they're not a championship team. That's proof right
no,
there.
but they're going to they have a good shot at a wild card if they don't trade Bauer.
They're going to trade Bauer. I told you. I said
then they're done.
because they're looking at that team like that. They just lost 2 out of 3 to Minnesota. They're thinking we are not a championship team either. We are not a team that can get it done. I know they got to be thinking that. Well, what would make them think right now that we're going to snap our fingers?
Well, I think the fact that they have the chance for a wild, they're at the wild card right now.
Well, they don't have a chance.
And you don't think if you lined up those guys, they're pitching, you still wouldn't get you excited?
I don't think they're going to get in though.
Okay.
No, I'm saying I don't think they're going to get the wild card. I thought 2 weeks ago they would. Their lineup's too pathetic.
Who do you think's going to get
Their
the
lineup is
the
so.
one's Tampa. We're giving the one to Tampa?
No, I'm not giving one to Tampa for sure.
Okay.
No, I'd say
So
Oakland.
Oakland,
no. I'd say
Tampa.
Oakland. I'm giving Oakland in right now.
Oh, boy.
I'm giving Oakland. They're the ones playing the best of all.
No,
Who's playing better than
No,
Oakland?
we talk about
They win every day.
We talk about them every year, too.
Oakland. I'll give one to Oakland, and then I'll give the other one to Boston. I'll give the other one to Boston.
Okay.
I'll give the other one to Boston.
Interesting. So you're thinking Bauer's going.
I do.
Not the Yankees. Please tell me anything but the Yankees.
I'll say Yankees.
So you got to ruin this whole thing. Right? Please. I don't ask for much.
Because the Yankees have a great farm
The
system.
baseball gods. But guys, please.
Cleveland's going to
Don't
get
give them
Frazier, a pitcher who's going to have great potential.
Okay.
One other point. That's what I see happening. I mean, Cleveland has to. They're like a small market team. Now's the time to make your move and get your team better. Unless somebody in that front office sees
Bauer,
a different
then.
team
Okay.
than I see. I follow it every day.
You hold them
And
hostage
there's never
for
a time
Bauer,
I
then.
think Cleveland's a sure thing that day. They just
Well,
struggle.
this kid for the Yankees, they have him
They struggle so much.
ranked as one of their top prospects.
Frazier, yes, he's really good. Yeah.
Okay, the Angels are hot since the unfortunate death of Skaggs.
Yeah, they came out, but they play in Seattle, and Seattle's quit. I mean, Seattle gave their whole team away. That's the team that once again, it's who you're playing. That's the schedule part. Angels are going to play somebody good, and they'll get beat too. There's certain teams you want to play: Orioles, Seattle, Detroit. Those are teams you want to play. You'll make yourself better in a hurry when you play those teams.
Detroit is. I don't think I looked the other day at their lineup. 9 guys, 2 at 250.
It's a weak team.
The top,
Cabrera really tore them apart.
both ways.
Money wise. When they paid him, they don't. Now they can't go out and
They
get
gave him
players.
Fort Knox.
Yeah, they did. They gave him too much money, and he's now an average Joe player, and he's taking all that money and wiping it
Atlanta
away.
goes into San
That's great.
Diego.
That was a great sweep at San Diego.
Oh,
That's a great
Saturday
sweep.
night they were down. I had it. I watched it, and nice young team, and that Acuna.
He's the next superstar.
He's star, huh?
Yeah, I would say he's going to be next. Trout. I have Trout up here.
Oh, Trout.
And I think Acuna's going to move to that.
Trout
second
left
spot.
yesterday, second inning.
I know. What's wrong
They
with him?
said strained calf. They don't
Okay.
expect it to be.
I look
long.
for Atlanta to really be big in the buying.
All in it.
I think they're all in. I do. They've moved up to like a 7 or 8 game league.
Okay.
I think they're all in and saying, "Hey, we got to somehow
and the
find a way
rest
to
of
beat the
that league,
Dodgers."
Mets, Phillies, Miami, nothing.
Washington's playing good
Washington's
baseball.
playing good baseball.
They get a chance for a wild card. Yes.
They got that. They won that game in the 9th inning, saying down the whole game,
And then they gave one away yesterday.
and they flip flopped it.
Yes.
Anytime I
Bullpens.
see the dude with his hat on sideways,
Bullpens. Rodney.
Yeah, I'm you know,
He's the one getting home run, by the way.
yesterday.
Yes.
I'm not sure. I don't think he was gone.
Okay.
Obviously, we talk about the homers are still flying.
And they're not going to
They've
stop.
talked about the ball. They've talked about swinging. The bottom line is they're going out.
Yeah, the ball has definitely changed, but also the swing angles changed completely because every swing is for home. That's why you strike out so much. And that they decided that we're going to try to get a home run every time you bat.
So tell the audience, like real quick, they use these fancy words like launch angle. They're swinging up.
Yeah, that's what it is. They're swinging it out. Their angle is an angle. It stays on the ball a lot longer. It stays on the ball. Like the old days, flat, did not stay on the ball. This angle stays on the ball because the ball's coming down. It stays on the ball a long time.
Taking all the way through.
But above the waist.
Okay.
Above the waist, they can't catch up with the ball. So there's now 13, 14 strikeouts. That's
All-Star
every
game
day.
18. Now, once again, this guy's I said, well, let's wait till the All-Star. This guy bets me. He bet me. I actually want a drink. He said, somebody will hit 2 or 3 homers.
He thought that?
I said, I get it right away. I texted him. I said, I'm in on this. I'm in. I said, we can go for a Sprite or we
Every time good pitching beats good hitting.
Well,
it will never change.
There were 18 strikeouts in the game.
Yeah, never change. It was the same in 1950. It's going to be the same in 2050. When somebody can put the ball where they want it with the velocity and movement, then they're not hitting it. That's just the way it is.
Let's talk NBA. More teams are obviously, I could name 6 or 7 in the West. I could name 4 or 5 in the East without exaggerating. I think finally, we used to get in there and say, wait for Cleveland to be Cleveland and Golden State. We're not going to do it next year.
No, I know I'm not. I'll be shocked if a team runs away with either of the East or the West. I look at it as who stays healthy. And I keep looking at all the people they mentioned. All of them sit out 25 games.
Well,
all of them have used that new technique.
Load man.
Yes.
Think about how many games Kawhi Leonard sat out this year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's the poster child for everybody on your team trying to do this.
And he is a bad boy when he's in there.
But you better have a sure thing. I'm looking at the West especially. You better have, because if you sit out too long, you won't get in the playoffs.
You'll go from 3rd to 8th, and you'll be on the road. And
yes.
That's the other thing. People don't realize on home floor. You went in that top
Toronto
floor.
got it. Yeah, Toronto got it.
How'd that work for Toronto? Not too bad.
So that's a new thing. People are trying to get that third
Let's
superstar.
talk about the 2. A lot have the 2.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have anyone with a 3?
In my mind, I don't see it. Golden State has the 3 best, I think, with Green and the point guard.
Green, Steph, and
Thompson and Russell.
And we know,
yes.
He's coming back. Clay's coming back.
Yeah. So
are they undersold? I think they're undersold.
Oh my
I
gosh.
texted him last week. This was before.
They're loaded.
This thing in Houston too. Houston gets
that'll be interesting.
Your favorite
That's my favorite guy.
guy.
It'll be interesting how that works, though, George.
And they go. Someone said something. They were 11-1. They went to 10. Then they went to 7.
It'll be so interesting how that works out.
How about this year? They stunk and still won 2 games from Golden State.
Yeah, they did. And but Harden, as George says, likes to dribble one spot and slow the game down.
Too much.
Westbrook likes to go 100,000 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Now we're going to see what D'Antoni can do, because
How would you? If I gave them to you tomorrow,
I don't have an idea.
Would you run him up? Would you have him Would you have him if he went? He takes it as far as he can. Because if Harden gets it, it's an automatic 7 dribbles through the legs and walk up.
If they're both on the same court at the same time, if Westbrook gets it, he's gone. You'd
want that.
So you don't want him playing then. If you don't let him.
He can't go.
Yeah, because he's not a good shooter.
No, 28%.
Now he'll go to the rim and slam in your face, and he'll live with the foul line. He'll play harder than anybody in the league. But if you slow the game down, he becomes just an average Joe. It'll be interesting to see what happens on that one.
The NBA, people watching the Summer League, see, they've struck, I call it when the iron's hot. Major League Baseball has lost a generation of fans, and the NBA has really come on it.
All the young people.
Yep,
You're right.
Yep.
All the young
Your
people.
grandkids, they don't like the NBA.
That's because they live in the Campman house. That's why. They grew up in the Campman house, and that's the one sport I don't like at all.
But they like it.
And they do like it.
Like, how about the fancy
I didn't know
stuff?
that.
How about the fancy stuff?
Oh, you're talking about my little?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking my.
No.
I was misunderstood.
No.
My grandkids are all in on, not on the teams, on the individual players. Whatever they can do
They
fancy.
like that What's that? Euro step.
They'll do everything. They'll Euro step. They'll go through their lines and step back. They'll do. If you see them move on TV, they're working on it the next day.
There's one commercial now where the little girl's doing this stupid jumping and then hopping backwards. I'm like,
Kyle would do that in sleep. That's all. That's what he works on every minute.
yeah, buckets. That's buckets. Isn't that buckets? I said, hey, yeah, buckets.
Buckets was arguing with me yesterday. He wants to play AAU so bad. That's all he, Papa. I can play 12 months a year.
Hey, there's a thing the other day. You need to get on Twitter. Somebody wrote a great article about how they're killing our athletes. About it's. I didn't read it because Seneca Valley had posted it, and they're not allowed in their gym at night, so I don't read. I don't want to hear anything they do.
They're not allowed in their gym?
No, 4 o'clock. You've done lessons there. Think about what time they were.
Wow, I never thought of that. Yeah. That's always been in place?
Yeah.
Wow.
NCAA football, fewer than 45 days. That's all I know. They had the Shaquem and Shaquille Griffin on the Mad Dog station today with JT the Brick.
What did they have to say?
Well, they were, they're men of faith. They're a special.
Yeah, those are both the Seattle guys?
Yeah, I mean, the one guy with the bad hand.
Yes, amazing.
They're
past special to me.
They're past amazing. For that guy to play professional football with one arm, I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care.
You can't make that up.
No. And the other guy looked after him till he was old enough to look after himself. And his dad was always ringing up gadgets so he could bench press and all that.
So they made it available for him.
Yeah, God bless them.
That's tremendous. Well, you're talking NCAA football is our favorite. We'll have a special coming up soon on NCAA football and NFL, even though we follow the NFL every minute, but that's not our favorite as much as the NCAA football.
Hey, you got Ohio State right here, YSU. We got Slippery Rock. We got teams on our backyard.
Great.
Westminster, we got them at every level.
We do.
We got Ohio State, the best.
Yes.
Youngstown, right there
Tremendous.
at the top of the best.
Yep.
Slippery Rock, the
Tremendous.
best. Westminster.
Yeah. And I think Slippery Rock's in the top 10 this year, aren't they?
Seventh.
Yes.
7th.
Think of that. That's all you got to know.
18 starters back.
Yeah, and that's all within the last 3 are all within a 20, 25-minute ride.
Man, you don't have to ride
Ohio
far.
State fan, you have to ride 3 hours. But other than that.
Yeah, but look at what you get.
Oh, yeah, you're getting the best
the
game
top
of all
of
time.
the top,
yes.
yeah. Uh-huh. But no, these dudes at YSU, we saw them when we were over there. They're men.
Yeah, YSU plays at we said it all the time. Yeah. Tremendous conference.
Yeah, it'd be
you
nice
have to line up and play good every week.
No, you're going to go to Illinois State or somewhere.
You're getting killed, yes.
Northern Iowa or whatever. Yeah. The week you don't expect it, you get a 32 to 10
You're getting punched out, yes.
Yeah, golf this week. It's
Big
still the British Open to me. Not the Open. It's the stinking British Open.
It's the biggest one. It's the biggest one for Europe, no question.
All right.
And that's why it has.
Now you're dealing with weather over there.
Yeah, that's why it's exciting.
Okay, now the high hitters and this and that, the wind gets them.
Yeah.
It favors a lower hitter and a different type of.
All the way.
You got bunkers.
Mm-hmm. All over the place.
Is it a good Tiger course?
Everything's a good Tiger course when he's hitting it straight. Well,
he doesn't practice anymore.
The interesting is, though, here's what it's come down to. And you Tiger fans know this if you're honest. If he doesn't have to pull out his driver a lot, then Tiger's in there all the way. If he has to pull his driver out, then he's in trouble because he scatters that thing all over the place.
Who you like? You have anybody?
I haven't looked at study yet.
McIlroy, I think it's his own course.
He's the favorite.
Yes, he's still 7-1. I'll take that.
He's the favorite. McIlroy is the favorite.
That's better than having a horse that doesn't run.
I'll look at it, but it's only Monday, so I'll look. Thursday, I'll play for you.
All right. NCAA, we talked about the football. Now, the overs and unders, I wanted to mention them. I'm on Twitter last night. Guy says, man, I love that Penn State won 8.5. And I said to him, we're not quite ready yet. We look at coach, quarterback, and schedule. Mm-hmm. And they have some tough road games. Yeah, the schedule is what you got to study, guys. For those over-unders, if it was 7.5, 8.5, there's a game on there. Yeah, don't think they're winning every road game. They're not winning unless you're Alabama or Clemson. No, you're not. You're getting stepped up. You're getting tripped up. Good point. In a road game, you can't predict when it's going to happen, but it will. Those road games. Now you have 7 games at home. There's a chance you can hit that over-under, no question. I heard you the other day. Kansas, Les Miles there now. They've never won anything since forever. Since John Hadle. Yes. But no, Mangino. Mangino did the job for him. Oh, remember? Coach. Yes, you did. Yes, he did. And we were talking. They said their first 2 games are like Eastern and Coastal Carolina. They said they better win them. Well, they can lose both of them. Because if they don't, Les doesn't know that yet. No, look, Les doesn't know that Kansas could lose both those games. He suspended his best running back for a game. Another violation of some type of conduct. There's a lot of violations out there. But I tell you what, these coaches, they must sleep with one eye open between summer camp and the season. because those guys are on campus with nothing to do. I mean, nothing to keep them.
It's a full-time. It's a full-time job, no question.
Oh.
I just talked to a kid yesterday that had an opportunity to stay in Division I football, and he said, I got out because I know my family was going down the tubes if I stayed in it. Because he said, Coach, recruiting takes up 18 of your 24 hours a day. You have to be on that phone. If you're on vacation, you're not on vacation.
No, you're
if
not.
you're at the supper table,
I said, no, someone's coach.
You're
the
not,
one guy
you're
from
not
Pitt.
you're not at the supper table.
They asked that guy from Pitt, and he said, I can't take. He said, I'm on vacay, but I'm not. He said, because someone's recruiting.
Yeah, if you're at the supper table sitting there, you have your phone sitting right there.
And I just heard a Tulane coach today saying, he was talking about, it's the #1 destination, New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
He was talking about, I said, well, call me after you play Southern Florida and Central Florida and Houston. Call me Memphis. Call me after that. NFL, we're coming. About 9 days after the NCAA, the big boys. They switched some things around this year as far
the Browns
as
are the team.
game.
The Browns. I mean, everybody talks Browns.
Well,
Interesting that you
I would say
Cleveland
this.
fans got to be all in.
I'm going to say this, Albert. If they won what they won last year, and you add what they added, 9.5 shouldn't be a problem.
All right. So Georgia's saying go over 9.5 for
10
the
and
Browns.
6 should be no problem. This is our last bit of time off. Now I get that idiot there. We only got about 3-4 minutes. I want to talk about it. I want to tie how they have a few weeks off yet before they start into just being a fool. Now, I said to you, here's your contract for $30 million. Do you think I'd have had to tell you not to jump over any bulls?
Yeah,
no, I'm being honest here.
Yeah, I know. That's.
Do they have no judgment, or don't they, or are they that youth, that infallible,
Both.
nothing will happen to me youth?
Combination of both.
Okay.
They don't think it's going to happen to them.
Can't happen to me.
And they want to live a life outside of football. And they forget.
Did you see him?
They're paying me. Yes.
You saw him jumping over the bull.
I saw it on Twitter. I didn't see it live. I didn't see it happen. I just know this.
Ever seen anyone that
it's
they get a hold of?
That they should be writing things in the. I'm going to take $10 million off your contract if you do
Remember
anything.
Jim Lomborg years ago? No skiing.
Yes, and he went skiing.
All right, you agree. You agree with me. If you're signing the check for the skins, you can't be happy.
No, I know they're not. I said they got to put something in there. This might be a way to say, listen, we have to put something in there. If you do something, we're going to take.
Call them in and say, we thought we had everything covered.
And we didn't get this one covered.
But we didn't cover jumping over the stinking bulls in Pamplona.
Yeah, I know. Yes.
We missed that one.
Yes.
Now, this 18-game thing, first of all, it's not happening. Secondly, what is this? You can play 16, pick which 2 you don't play. It's the dumbest thing. Well, it's not happening. It's just, it's some way to get around the issue of adding 2 without sounding like you don't care about them.
Yeah, I saw something, I don't know where I saw it, and a long time ago that they said it would never happen because of gambling. And they said gambling's too big, controls everything, and how do you know what the line would be? If you're
how about that last week, week 17?
If you don't know who's going to play.
Remember week 17?
So the NFL said, wait a minute, we can't do this. No. We're made for fantasy football and gambling, so we can't do this.
They said they're trying to look at some way to stream, get some more revenue.
They'll find a way to do that, though.
No, they'll do something.
Yes.
Minute left. The home run derby. Dude hits 90 homers in like 20 minutes total. That's
funny. 3 games afterward, those real games, he didn't hit any.
He only has 8. Yeah.
That's what's I got to laugh because I know home run derby what it is, and he deserves to be in there. 91 home runs. But don't act like he's a superstar. He has 8 home runs.
No, I said he should have been, or Joey Gallo should, in my mind. But anyhow, bottom line is 30 seconds. Do you like that kind of stuff?
I liked this one. I like
you
this.
did, so the time limit and everything, you were in for that.
No, I just liked the unbelievable power.
Would you put your little kid out there in the field?
No.
Same here. You heard it here. Thanks again for watching Bottom Line Sports Talk. See you next week. Would you put there's no...